I asked earlier in the week for some topic suggestions. So I have some things written down. How to build confidence in your trading. Um, the toxic trading community that's out there is another thing I want to talk about. And then you guys can pitch in if you want. Shy recommended talking about other Discord groups. And I have some points I want to address there. And lastly, going the entire week without taking a trade. I wasn't sure if I was going to take a trade today, but I know that's hard for a lot of people to just kind of sit on their hands and not push the button for a whole week. So we're going to talk about that. But anybody feel free to pitch in, either in the chat room or you can unmute yourself and talk and all that stuff. But how to build confidence in your trading. So for me, this primarily comes from just studying, backtesting, and ignoring outside noise. Most of the time, when we don't feel confident in our trading, it's because we're listening to other people or we're watching other people. And they say comparison is the greatest thief of joy. That couldn't be any more true when it comes to trading because we see a lot of people out there, getting six-figure payouts. They're doing really well. They may be trading this way. You may be trading a different way. But when you're not profitable and you're struggling and you look at other people and see what they're doing, you can start to question yourself, question your ability to trade and read price. And that can really take a hit on your confidence. So there's nothing wrong with looking out towards other people and, being inspired. But at least when you're starting off, when you're young and you're new to this trading industry, you really kind of have to dial that back and really just focus on yourself, focus on your mental, and really just try not to let any outside noise or outside influence kind of sway you, because that can really do harm to you. And then just time, like over time, your confidence will grow. I feel like as traders, we all start off kind of like we're a newbie. We don't know anything. We're not confident. We don't know what we're doing. We all start off blowing accounts, losing money, losing combines and all this stuff. So it's normal to not be as confident in the beginning. But over time, with the work, the back testing, the studying, as you get better reading price, your confidence will come. So it's a little bit of kind of just focusing on yourself. Don't let outside noise distract you. Don't compare yourself to other people. And the other half of that is just putting in the work and letting time handle the rest. And you'll be fine. How did you find trading in ICT? I think I mentioned this last week, but at first I couldn't stand ICT. Like I hated it because everybody was like making money with ICT, and I was pretty new in trading. I didn't really understand, what trading really was. And every time I'll be on YouTube trying to study trading, and I was trading supply and demand at the time, I wasn't profitable, but ICT would always pop up, and his videos will always be on my YouTube feed, and they'll be like 3 hours long. And I'm like, bro, what the heck? I'm not watching that. So I actually like blocked ICT on YouTube, so I couldn't get his videos recommended on my channel anymore because that's how much I was over it. And then, and then I went to Twitter, and Twitter was the same thing. Like there are so many ICT traders, and I was like, bro, this guy must be like Jesus or something. Like it doesn't make any sense. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. So I went to the 2022 mentorship, and I dabbled in that, but I just couldn't understand it. Like it was like a foreign language. I maybe watched like the first 2 episodes and I had to cut it off because it just didn't click for me. But I just stuck with it, kept studying, a lot of back testing, a lot of chart time. And then things just started to make a little bit more sense. And then I went through the entire year of 2023 studying, taking extensive notes, a lot of trading view screenshots and things of that sort. And that's really it. How did I find trading? I've always been into finance. Like since I was in middle school, I was always interested in stock markets. I'll buy like investing books, like in the 7th grade, 8th grade, just because I was interested in finance. My mom is an entrepreneur, so I kind of wanted to be a business owner, but I didn't know what exactly that would look like. Then I heard about day trading. And I found out that you can be profitable, consistently profitable. So it's just something I pursued since I was young. Before we move on to our next topic, anybody want to pitch in? I don't want to just be yapping. Anybody has anything they're struggling with psychology wise, anything outside of the charts related. Like I said, it's an open floor. I know not everybody can talk because they're working and things like that. How do I deal with a bad week? Um, I really, really, really prioritize my weekends. I haven't had a bad month in a while, but this still kind of applies to having a bad week. You really have to like unwind during the weekend. When we're trading Monday through Friday, like we're in the field, we're battling ourselves, our psychology. Trading is a lot of emotions. Even if you're profitable, like there's emotions in trading. We're dealing with money every single day, price fluctuations, losing money, making money. So it's a lot. No matter how long you've been trading, it's a lot. So if you had a bad week, if you finished in drawdown, if you finished in break even, or even if you blew an account or something like that, I think the best thing you can do is really enjoy your weekend. Maybe spend, I don't know, an hour on Saturday, go over your trades, go over what you did wrong, what you can improve on. But after that, like go enjoy your weekend. You need time to recover. You need to give your brain, your mental a break. You have to give yourself a break. So whatever hobbies you have, like I like playing basketball. I'll go to our local park, play some basketball. I like editing videos for Instagram and YouTube. Um, I like listening to music, going for walks, things like that. Like those are all things I'll do on the weekend, and it just takes my mind off of trading. If you're into video games, play some video games. If you like reading, go read a book, read your favorite book. If you like Netflix, watch a movie, but you have to have something that takes your attention away from, the bad week you had. You still want to address it, still want to go over what you did wrong and what you can improve on, but you can't sulk over it. You have to understand that, that next trading week is coming. So you have to just move on. Why today's sell did not make sense to you? It made sense. I took a short here. I'll share my screen. Still have my chart pulled up. Okay, you should be able to see my screen. I went short here. I'm seeing this as kind of like a Judas swing. We had that news at 10 o'clock, created a breaker. This large fair value gap here, I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I do want this to be mainly about psychology. But if we take a look at the Dow has already completely closed in its non-farm payroll fair value gap. We already traded all the way down to the low of it, completely repriced that in. But if we look at the NASDAQ, not the same picture here. So I favored shorts, wanting to see if NASDAQ can catch up to the Dow. I traded micros because it was really volatile today. So entering short in this fair value gap, order block, I was my first partial, and you'll see it once I edit the video later, but I was targeting this low down here. And then I had partials set at this new week opening gap, which is what you see here with this gray shaded area. And then I had like a small one contract on all the way down here to see if we can match what the Dow did. But to me, shorts made sense. I just got stopped out. But I'll do a live stream recap after this. When I pressed the button, my heart wants to explode. I feel that. No, I'm not gonna lie. I still get a little nervous when I'm in trades, but I feel like it's only because I'm live streaming and there's people watching. It's not that I'm nervous or like anxious to get into the market. Like I want to get into trades because I feel like I have high probability of being profitable. But since there's more of an audience and they're kind of like watching over my shoulder, like I love live streaming, but it is kind of like that pressure, But no, I feel like everybody has that feeling. Even if you're profitable, once you put a trade on, you're kind of like, all right, I'm in this thing. Let's see what happens. But as long as you're managing your risk, you're not over leveraging. Even if it's a loser, who cares? We live to trade another day, so. Let's go ahead and, man, I really wanted to get Trade Elite in here. He was great last time, but he might be busy. Other Discord trading groups. This is interesting because I've been in a few Discord trading groups in the past when I was trading Forex. I think I was paying like $50 a month to be in one group. And I feel like this could really take a toll on you, either for better or for worse. So I know a lot of you guys are probably in other Discord trading groups. I'm not oblivious. I know there's other communities out there that are a lot bigger and things like that. But um, it's tricky because this kind of falls in line with what I said about building confidence and focusing on yourself, because in these larger Discord communities, there's a lot of profitable traders, a lot of break-even traders, and a lot of traders who aren't really there yet. And everybody's kind of giving their 2 cents. My Discord community, I feel like, is mainly most people in here trade ICT, but other people trade indicators and things like that. But I know in the larger ones, it can be a lot of noise. So if you're in other Discord groups and you're still trying to find yourself, still trying to, find profitability, that could hurt you. That could hurt you a little bit because everybody's sharing their winning trades. Some people, made $5,000 trading Elliott Wave. This other person's trading smart money concepts, and they did this, they did that. And again, if you're going around comparing yourself and you're looking at these other Discord groups and seeing what they're doing, I feel like that could really take a toll on you mentally. So I feel like this community is a little different. Nobody in here is really toxic. We're all peaceful, just having a good time. It's not like an ego fest. Nobody's trying to put other people down. We're not saying we're better than this person because we trade this way or that way. That's kind of the community I'm trying to build here. Because I've been in some servers where it's just like, man, like, this is toxic. I don't know how you people do it. It's kind of like Twitter. But and there's some good ones out there with a lot of resources. Not bashing on everybody. Yeah, exactly. In the big groups, there are only people fighting for who's better. It's all about ego, status. And that's kind of another reason why I don't live stream on YouTube, because I watch other live streamers on YouTube and their comment section, like half of it is just hate. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Like, I'm in their streams and I have so much respect for people who trade live, because trading is already hard enough as it is. Like, we just talked about when you put a trade on, you kind of get that rush of like, all right, I'm in this thing. But at the same time, it's like once you add the pressure of hundreds and thousands of people watching you and half of them are talking mess, it's like, it's toxic. So I'd rather have a private community where it's just more private and it's not as draining. But you gotta take the good with the bad. Discord groups are good, for learning, having a community, but if that community is toxic, it can hurt you more than it can help you. But yeah, what's going on, Mr. Dade? And our Twitter ICT traders, they never lose, they always winning. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. I had somebody in my DMs on Instagram the other day saying, like, I was a fraud. I don't show my losing trades. I'm like, my guy, I trade live every single day. I show my losers and my winners. I show my break-even trades. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. He was just going off on me. That's just a toxic community. But yeah, Twitter, I deleted Twitter. I can't. My Instagram, I could just type it. But yeah, Twitter is so bad, man. Who in here, matter of fact, who in here uses Twitter? Like, who's on Twitter right now? I have to pray for you. I need to know who I'm praying for. Okay. Yep, I got all y'all. See, Shy knows. That Twitter, man. 1 month, I'm telling you, it's so bad. It's terrible. All right, there's my Instagram if you wanna check that out. I have a personal account too. You can see I'm following one person. It's my personal. If you wanna follow me, I don't use social media that much unless it's for trading content. But there it is. Twitter is toxic, man. Like, anybody who's still seeking profitability, stay off of Twitter for the love of God. Like, and that's not even me being funny. I'm dead serious. You have to get off Twitter. It's so toxic. Your life would be so much more peaceful. Like, stay off. It's bad. Really bad. Everybody's fighting on there. Everybody's competing. Show me your statements. You're a fraud. You're fake. Show me how much money you made. This is how much money I made. I'm a better trader. I'm this. I'm that. You suck. It's like, bro. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's actually funny. ICT blocked me from his Twitter because when I was starting out on YouTube, when I had like 20 subscribers, I kept promoting my videos under his channel, and then he blocked me. I was like, why can't I see his post anymore? Oh shoot, he blocked me. No well. I was a hustler. I was trying to get it. I was trying to grow my channel. I was trying to get to 100 subscribers. Oh man. I was kind of hurt, not gonna lie. I was like, dang. The person I'm learning from just blocked me. I can't see his post anymore, but it's okay. I made another account, followed him again. Forgot about that. Okay. Can't get rid of me. Yeah, I saw Shy's Instagram. Shy, you have some good content on your Instagram. Like, very photogenic. Like art and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, no problem. On Instagram, everybody has Lambos and Ferraris, man. Like, it's so tough. That's why I don't show how much money I make. I feel like that's such a personal thing, but in trading, we normalize that. Like showing how much money you make, show you, show us your profits, show us your account statements. Like, in what other industry, in what other business field do they show you the exact dollar amount that they're making? Like, unless you're a big publicly traded company like Walmart or Apple or something where they have to come out with financial statements and show you how much they made, how much they lost. Like, entrepreneurs aren't just coming out here saying, "Hey, look, I made 30,000 this month. I made 5 grand this month. Here's how much I lost this month." Like, no. But for some reason in trading, if you don't show how much you're making, how much you're losing, if you don't show your stats, then you're a fraud. It's like, no, I just don't want my business out there. That's personal. I have my account statements. They're all in a binder, all my tax information, all that stuff, but that's, nobody's business. But trading, we've kind of made that, a thing for some reason. Like, people feel entitled to know how much you're making. That's why when I trade, I show ticks. Yesterday, I traded a small account. It was like, I think I have maybe like a little over 10,000 in that small account. Traded micros, made a little over $100. I like to trade that account if I just want a little bit of spending money. But other than that, like, I don't show how much I'm making. When I trade my personal account, I trade it on my monitor. That's not being recorded. Yeah, no problem, Shy. I gotta step my Instagram picture game up. All right, before we move on to our next topic, anybody else have anything they want to pitch in? I have a lot of things written down here, but we can just go with the flow. Any other topics? Any other questions? It could be technical, could be about psychology. If I were to pick 1 hour window to trade, what would it be? Definitely 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, which is, let me make sure I don't hit that. I forgot I'm still sharing my screen, but right here, this window right here, 10 to 11, you can make all your money in that 1 hour window. I used to trade from like 8:30 all the way to 12. Oh, well, that's my local time. New York time, it would be 9:30 to 1 o'clock. And I just can't sit in front of the charts for more than like an hour and a half. I start getting distracted. I start getting bored. Like, I won't be focused. But an hour window of trading for me is like, that's perfect. But if I'm trading from the open all the way to the lunch hour, like, I'll start missing things. I'll get a little sluggish. I start getting hungry. I'll get distracted. I'll start playing with the pencils on my desk or something. But yeah, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock New York time. That's the hour I recommend. All right, I'm gonna answer with some more. I'm reading the chat, but real quick, going the entire week without taking a trade. So this week, had I not taken the trade you see on the screen, if you have my chart pulled up, if I haven't taken that trade, I would have went this whole week without trading. Monday's price action, I didn't like. Tuesday, didn't see anything I trusted. Wednesday, no trade. Thursday, I don't trade Thursday of non-farm payroll, even though I did trade that small personal account in the PM session. But I don't trade Thursday of non-farm payroll, so I didn't take any trades then. And today, when all this price action here was going on, I wasn't going to take a setup, and I was going to accept the fact that I didn't take any trades all week, and that's fine. I feel like, especially when you're starting out, it's kind of hard to just not do anything. And we're on a 1-minute chart, so if you can't find a setup on a 1-minute chart, it kind of feels like, dang, I'm wasting my time. But you just have to stick to your trading plan, find market conditions that really make sense to you. And if you take a trade, you take a trade. If you don't, you don't. But the last thing I like to do, the last thing I want to do rather, is force a setup, especially on a Friday, because we all know one of the worst feelings is going into a Friday or going into your weekend on a losing trade or a losing week. Like, it sucks because you have to eat that for the next 2 days before you trade again. So it's perfectly fine if you don't take a trade for a week, 2 weeks. Like, who cares? Who says you have to take a trade every week? Nobody says that. Sometimes I'm too precise, but sometimes I feel like I'm lost. I mean, it hasn't been the cleanest market in my opinion. I feel like I've definitely had cleaner weeks. I've seen cleaner price action. I mean, you got to take the good with the bad. Just kind of stick it out. That's normal though. We have our ups and downs. Just keep your risk small. Manage your risk. Don't over leverage. Don't gamble. And if you go on a losing streak, take a break. Do you think that learning a lot can be negative? Something over? Yes, 100%. 100%. Especially, okay, so at least learning a lot in the beginning can be bad. But right now, like if you're already profitable and trading is kind of like clockwork for you, you know what you're doing, you know what you're looking for, you can tell which market conditions are favorable, which are not. If you're at that stage, then you can kind of take your learning to the next level. But if you're kind of like in the beginning, or even if you are profitable, but you're still kind of just, you're making money here and there, you're not doing anything too crazy, definitely learning a lot can really hurt you. Because there's so much information out there, not even just ICT. ICT information is a whole library of its own, but just information out there in general, it's a lot. So I personally recommend, and I can only speak for ICT traders because that's the only thing that I trade, is focus on the 2023 mentorship, which is that just teaches you how to read price action for a whole year. He walks through an entire year of 2023 teaching you how to read price, and then pick a model. That's it. It could be the silver bullet model. It could be the 2022 model, optimal trade entry, like have one entry model. Because I'm profitable, but I wanted to learn the 2023 ICT mentorship, and I thought that it could be a bad idea. Yeah, definitely take a break on it. There's no rush, especially if you're profitable and you're finishing most of your weeks in the green. There's definitely no rush. Definitely no rush. My advice would be like put it off for a year, 6 months. Go 6 months, continue to do what you do, make your money. If it's working, it's working. I seen your trades. You shared one of your trades in the channel, and it looks solid. Like you definitely don't want to, jam too much in your brain. So, oh yeah, 2 months. Yeah, definitely, definitely. I wouldn't dive into it. I would wait. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't change it. Don't stray away from it. Just keep it up. Definitely. That ICT mentorship isn't going anywhere. Once trading gets like boring to you and it's clockwork and it's repetitive and you've been doing it for like 6 months, a year, then you could say, okay, I think I'm ready for the 2023 mentorship. Let me try to learn more about breakers. Let me learn more about market profiles. Let me learn more about different entry patterns. But 2 months profitable, like Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. There's no reason, to cram more stuff in. 'Cause that can definitely hurt you because we get overwhelmed. Like we're humans, we get overwhelmed. And I feel like this goes back to the toxic trading community, but there's so much misinformation out there. Like every single time I open up YouTube, there's some there's some video of somebody selling this indicator. I'm like, dude, like buy this indicator on TradingView for 9.99. It teaches you exactly when to buy, exactly when to sell. I'm like, man, I feel bad for traders who are just now coming into this industry because they're falling for that. They're going into TradingView looking for an indicator to tell them when to buy, when to sell. If it was just that easy, everybody in here would be making money, but that's not the case. So it's just so much misinformation out there. So many people who are just trying to get over on you, trying to make a quick dollar off of you. You never see them trading or taking executions in the market, but they're selling something. Of course, they're selling an indicator. They're telling everybody how to trade, how to do this, how to do that. But man, it's like walking in a minefield, really, trying to dodge all the misinformation. Hmm. What's going on, Simple? We'll go for maybe like 15 more minutes. I think that's most of the topics. 1 second. Yeah, pretty much address the main points. Um, is anybody like going through anything psychology wise? There's no judgment here. It's literally, an open floor. Just trying to get better. All of us are trying to get better. I'm still trying to get better. I'm still studying. I don't have a model yet, but lately I'm feeling market maker sell model. See, now me personally, I don't know much about the sell models at all. Like I see everybody talking about the market maker buy models, market maker sell models. I'm clueless on that. I kind of get the the run on liquidity. What is it? Low risk sell, first stage distribution, second stage redistribution, targeting the original consolidation. Like I get kind of like the logic of it, but if you ask me to identify a market maker sell model forming in real time, it's not happening. It's not happening. But if that model works for you, go for it. Go for it. Um, I sometimes find it difficult to know if I'm on the right side of the market. Any advice? A daily chart. Daily chart helps. Daily chart. So on my monitor, I would have. I'll pull it up. I'm sharing my screen still. But I always have the daily candle showing on my chart. So this is what my monitor looks like most times. I have a daily chart here. I have the dollar index showing. And I have a 5-minute, 15-minute chart. Daily chart on NASDAQ or whatever instrument that you trade, you want to have that pulled up because if we're having a bullish day like today and you're going short like I did, just know that for the most part, you're going against institutional order flow. Now, I was comfortable going short today because we traded into a premium array on the daily chart, which is that fair value gap. But if you're shorting and the daily candle is expanding higher, that could be a sign that you're on the wrong side of the market. If you're going short and dollar is working its way lower, that can give you a sign that you're on the wrong side of the market. So pay attention to dollar. Try your best to take setups in the opposite direction of the dollar index. So if I'm going short, I want to see dollar aiming for buy side, aiming for something in a premium. And I also want to see NASDAQ either trading into a premium array or we're having a down close day, expanding lower on the daily chart. So focus on the daily and look at your dollar index, and that should help you stay on side more than not. I opened a $5,000 account last September, lost $4,000 over the months. I finally found some progress. I'm profitable recently. My weakness is always being impulsive. Thanks to you. Yeah, Colton. I mean, it's just time. It's just time. Impulsiveness, I feel like it's something we all struggle with because one of the worst feelings is FOMO and the urge to get back into a trade after a loss. Like when we have an idea of where the market is likely to go and we're not in that move and it starts running towards, our profit objective, like we're human, we naturally get that impulse to want to jump in even if, it's not following our trading plan, we're not following our rules, we're just impulsive. But that just comes with time. I mean, it sounds a little blunt, a little crude, but I heard Doyle Exchange. I don't know if you guys heard of him. He's a pretty well known trader on YouTube. But he says something, saying like, if you're not disciplined in the market, it's only a matter of time. How do you say it? But like everybody reaches a point when they lose a certain amount of money, then they become disciplined. If that makes sense. Like you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna lose so much, you're gonna lose so much money, you're gonna blow so many accounts. Like the market's gonna make you disciplined sooner or later. Now you can shorten that time span by just kind of dialing in, journaling, and saying, you know what, I'm following my trading plan. I'm gonna be disciplined, and that's just the way it is. But if you're kind of if you're struggling doing that, then eventually, you're gonna lose enough money. You're gonna, go through enough mental drawdown to the point where it's gonna be like, okay, I really don't have a choice. Like if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm just gonna continue to lose money. So, um, journal, definitely helps with being impulsive. You have to journal. I journal. I write about personal things in my life. Write about how I'm feeling. At the end of the week, I like to journal what's going on in my mental, anything that I'm going with, dealing with in my personal life. You have to journal that because that stuff affects you in the market. You have to journal because we feel so many emotions as traders, like up, down, highs, lows, impulsiveness, FOMO. We compare ourselves to other people. We lose money, we make money. Like trading is such an emotional industry. I don't care how profitable you are, there's still emotions attached to it. You see other people killing it, and you may be, on a losing streak. It's a lot of emotions attached to it. So if you're not journaling at least once a week, like at the end of the week, all of those emotions are kind of just being bottled up and it's going to creep up, on you in the next trading week. So if you're struggling with FOMO, if you're struggling with impulsiveness, you need to write that down in a journal and like tell yourself, I'm battling with being impulsive. Here's what I can do to not be impulsive. I can switch to a paper trading account when I take a loss, or if I take 2 trades a day and both of those trades were losses, I'll switch to a paper trading account. I'll close my laptop. This is what I need to do to make sure I don't get impulsive. And you have to write that down. Read it out loud if you have to. But journaling, I'm telling you, is so good for your mental. It's so helpful. Yeah, I'm still studying too. Just that I learned better tape reading than looking back at price. Yeah, watching live price action, I feel like is way better than just using market replay on TradingView because a lot of people don't like. Man, this is so huge. Pulling up my charts right here. Let's see if I can find an example. A lot of people go through market replay and they get a strategy or something, and they say, "Oh, when I back test with market replay, I had, a 70% win rate, 80% win rate." They'll say something like this right here. I'm on my charts, by the way, in case you don't have this pulled up. But they'll look at this fair value gap right here, and they'll say, "Oh yeah, I would have bought that. My stop loss would have been underneath this low, and I would have targeted this high up here." But the problem with that is when you're looking through market replay, you don't experience all the emotions. This candle traded all the way down, maybe missed your stop loss by a couple handles. And we don't see that. We don't feel that unless you're watching price live. So when I'm backtesting, even if it's market replay, I still use market replay to backtest. But I pay attention. Okay, if I entered here in this fair value gap at the high of this candle, how much drawdown did I have to take? How would I felt, or how would I handle this candle working against me? Consolidating. This candle here traded all the way down. My stop loss is here. Would I have even held this trade? It's nice to look in hindsight and say, yeah, this was a winning trade. I would have won. Okay, that would have boosted my win rate up. But once you're in the live market, are you really holding this? Like, are you confident enough to face this much drawdown? This candle at one point in time, oops, this candle at one point in time was a full bearish black candle, looking like it was headed straight for your stop loss. But you don't realize that, you don't address that if you're just watching price and market replay. So that's stuff you have to pay attention to as far as backtesting goes. Thanks to you, I always have the dollar next to me. The dollar is huge. The dollar is huge. I started to journal every day, just my thoughts going into the markets. That's how you do it, man. I'm telling you. Journaling is so, man, it doesn't even have to be trading related. You don't have to journal about your wins, your losses, how much you made, how much you lost. Just like write down stuff that's going on in your personal life. If you just went through a breakup, if you're, struggling with this, if something happened at your job or whatever, like you have to write that stuff down because that will creep into your trading. That will creep into your trading. Like when I went through my breakup a year ago or so, like I was so impulsive. I just wanted to just make a whole bunch of money in the market. And it was like, and at the time, I wasn't really profitable. Like I was still kind of struggling, still trying to find my way. I was getting there, but it was kind of like I was more of like a break-even trader. So when I went personally through my breakup, it was like, okay, like that's how it is. I'm gonna go in the market. I'm gonna pull out 1,000. The market pulled out 1,000 from me. Like it did not work. It did not work. So you have to journal. You have to journal. You have to journal. So much stuff happens in our personal life that impacts our trading. You have to write that stuff down and address it and just keep it bottled up. We'll go for like 10 more minutes. I see some people joining in. I'm recording this, so I'll post it later. If you joined in late. Taking a break when you're going through something, that's huge. That's huge. You have to do that. Trading is such high frequency numbers, ticks, dollar amounts, dollar signs, red days, green days. Like it's such a high frequency type of industry. You have to be able to step back and take a break, or you will burn out. Wish I could stay to the end. Yeah, we're about to wrap this up soon, Osteen. Oh, yeah, the recording will be available. I'll share it in the Discord and maybe post it on YouTube. We'll see. Disconnecting yourself from the outcome of trading. Sometimes I forget what kind of life changes. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Anybody have any last few questions, comments, anything they're going through personally? If you have anything, that you're struggling with, don't hold back because I'm sure there's somebody else going through the same thing. And probably this is going to get posted on YouTube, so you could help somebody else with your question or just your comment. Stick around for about 5 more minutes, and then I have to edit this trade, post that to YouTube, go get a haircut, and all that good stuff. I see some people typing, so give you guys some time. How long do you plan on doing live Discord trades? Are there any goals in trading for you? Actually, yes. I am about to start studying to get my Series 3 license, so that way I can trade legally trade futures for clients. So that is a personal goal of mine. And it's kind of like, it sounds cheesy, but it's kind of like a calling for me, I feel like, because I know a lot of people can't trade on their own. Like they just can't grasp it. They just don't understand it. Like I know people who've been at this, for 5, 6, 7 years and they're still not profitable. They just can't get it. So I do want to get my Series 3 license with the SEC so I can get licensed with the SEC. I have to do some things with FINRA, and there's a whole bunch of legal stuff that I have to do. But yeah, I'm studying to get my Series 3 license, which allows you to trade futures and offer investment advice for other people. And yeah, so that'll probably take me like 2 or 3 months to study. The test costs like $130 to take. And I want to pass it on the first try because if you fail the test, you have to wait 30 days. and if you fail the test again, you have to wait like 180 days before you could take it again. So yeah, hopefully, what are we in May? Hopefully by like August, I'll have my seriously license, and I'll have to talk with like a legal expert working on setting up that business model where I can take on other people's money and invest that for them. And obviously, there's going to be like a profit split, a pay cut, and a fee and all that. But I know a lot of people just want to be like, here, take my money, trade it for me, and we'll get the withdrawals at the end of every month. So that's kind of like what I want to do. So yeah, I do want to trade for other people, but I have to get licensed first, so it'll take some time. But that's a goal for me. Make videos on how to calculate risk on indices. I'll send a link. It's pretty easy calculating risk on. Oh, I don't think you trade futures. I think you trade like CFDs. I don't know. That may be a little different. Yeah, you could trade futures for other people. You just have to have a license so you don't get sued. But it's a process. All right, about like 2 more minutes here. Anybody else have any questions, comments, concerns? We do this every Friday, so if you have more questions or anything, we're gonna do this again next week. Mhm. Any last remarks before we get off of here? All right, I don't see anybody typing. I know some people at work. I still appreciate you guys tuning in. Shay, sorry, not Shay. I apologize. Shy, Colton, Gecko, King Glizzy, Jacer, Sadak, Yinks, Riri just joined in. I'm sorry, but we're actually about to end it. But I did record this. Okay. I did record this, so I'm gonna get this posted probably tomorrow. I just have a lot going on today. But if you're trading today, still best of luck to you. If you're trading the PM session later, don't gamble, don't over leverage. It is a Friday. All right, if your setup's not there, just let the market do what it wants to do and show up next week. Love all you guys. Appreciate you tuning in. Love everybody. Appreciate everybody in this Discord. Sadak, I got you. Super grateful for you guys. I feel like we have a unique community here. We're different. We're not toxic. Nobody's putting each other down. So I'm glad that all of you guys are part of something bigger than yourself. So appreciate it. But I'm about to get off this and do some editing. I'll see you guys. I'll still be chatting it up in the chat room and all that stuff. But I got to go edit this content. So see you guys in the market next week. Free live stream on Monday. Okay, I will be live streaming tape reading on Monday. So hope to see you guys there. But have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Take some time away from the charts. Go be with your friends, family. Do some of your hobbies that you love to do. That's what I will be doing. And I'll see you guys next week. All right? Peace.